some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Jumped the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. Not much of a decision to make there, as the defense will move him back. Wilson will throw. Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about. So
he's got some space. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, this is an offense that prides themselves on running the football, and they do it a lot of different ways. Here we are in the first quarter. You're already seeing the option. And this is a quarterback who is so dangerous. When the defense allows him to keep the football, the defense has got to be sound with their assignments for the rest of this game.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
it's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. Got to get a big game, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback extends the play. Now he's looking into the middle. Makes the grab inside the 30. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
From the gun, running back gets to give. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
So far, it's been a rough first drive for this defense, but I tell you what, guys, all can be forgotten if they can bow up and make a stand right here. You got a goal-to-go situation. You know they're going to try to be physical. The field's already shrunk. Get some momentum back right here. Get a big stand. At least hold them to 3.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
That last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line.
All right, decision time early. I'm just going field goal here. Put some points on the board and pay off this nice opening run.
And I get that, but I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going for the touchdown. Even if I get stopped, they got to go almost the whole length of the field. I'm starting the game aggressive.
Sneak gets it done.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 84 yards, and it was finished off with a quarterback sneak. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
To the air on second down. Rushes on him. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Gets it out fast. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Harris. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
Well, the drag route's put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the 1st.
This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. Extra point here will tie the game.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
Comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Wilson to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gilbert.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Fires to the right. It's complete. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
Hey, man, if you're going to make plays like that on slant throws, you got to be able to make catches in traffic. Good, strong hands by the wide out there on the slant.
To the air on first down. Under fire.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Canes are in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on third. Got it set up on the outside.
Man, this defense is so athletic in their front seven. They're able to fight off the blocks on that third down screen play, make the tackle. Now it's setting up fourth down.
In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on fourth down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wilson will throw. That's caught. It's Davidson. There he goes. How about that play? Getting a huge chunk of yardage to wrap up the first quarter, and that's how we'll end it and head to the second. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking to throw on first down. Caught near the sidelines. Will pick up a few before going out of bounds. So now it's second and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Hit as he throws. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. No good. And here in the second quarter, this field goal leaves us tied, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Might be changing the route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Pressure coming. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
Well, the Miami linebacker shows you his speed on that play. And when I talk about Miami linebackers, it is a bit of a sore subject for me. We played against the Canes in the Sugar Bowl my senior year in college. I got hit multiple times by multiple Miami linebackers and spent multiple days in an ice tub post-game.
He put some heat on that one down the middle. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Unleashes it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. It's a draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
Tell you, they tried to go draw in the middle of the field. That back had nowhere to go with the football. He was tackled right away for a loss.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Quarterback may change this route. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Firing to the right, complete. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
The counter run play is really tricky for defenses to stop because it forces you to play with great eye discipline. Everything in pre-snap is telling you the ball's going to the strong side, but now they run it back weak and they're pulling offensive linemen. This defense better be ready because this won't be the last time today they see the counter run.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. The Huskies can really attack on this 2nd and short.
Here we go. Ready?
Snap it to the back. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And this is an offense that really relies on its running game on that 2nd down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get it first.
And the Huskies back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Washington.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Quarterback adjusting the pattern. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Tight end finds a soft spot. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Paul.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out. Man, I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Handoff to the lone back. Breaks into the open. A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Canes will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10.
Music now! Music now!
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Quarterback making adjustments. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Quickly to the tight end. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Motion from the wideout. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. Give to the back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Washington. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Keeps looking downfield. It's complete on the right side. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And now on second down for this offense. To pass. Throwing right. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown, Canes.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Dances away. On the run, deep down the right side. He's got it on the outside. They finally get to him. A what a play there to pick up the first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Out of the gun, the inside give. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Quickly complete. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Quarterback making checks.
Satellite. 414 satellite.
The pitch to the left. Runs through the tackle. He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're stubborn with this running game in the red zone.
Once you start getting closer to the end zone, you start bringing in more big bodies, right? They're going to run the football more. The field shrinks. I can run different coverages, but really nice job saying, that's fine. You bring in the big bodies. I'm going to toss the ball in the perimeter for a nice positive gain.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
On first and goal, let's see what Washington does. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Going for the goal line. Touchdown, Washington. And they take it in for 6 more points. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Fielded in the end zone. It's Butler. He gets a block. Got a little room. One little mistake in your kick coverage unit against this dude, and you are in a world of trouble, and they were barely able to keep him from scoring. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Hand off from the shotgun. Turning it on. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And the Canes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Wilson will throw. On the move to his left. Going for 6. And they can't make the connection, and 3 quarters are in the books as we head to the 4th. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable 3rd down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The Hurricanes racing to the line in the hurry-up. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Getting set for the point after. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They unleashed an aerial assault last time and took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
He wants to change this route. He'll go to work in the air on second down. Flips it out in the flat. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
And that's a great play call by the offensive coordinator because that play is essentially the extension of a sweep play. You're getting your running back an extra touch to the perimeter of the field, so now he can go to work in open space.
Looking to throw for it. And the missed connection on third down.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a one-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Dude, talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
Oh, he's got some space. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Hurricanes headed quickly to the line. They're going to ride this running back. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. And the Canes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, the ground game. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? They'll try to run for it. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Gives it on the option. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Wilson to pass. Now adjusting. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Hurricanes. They move on top here in the fourth.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this fourth quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
We'll see how the offensive coordinator pieces together this drive down late in the fourth. Making side adjustments here. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Makes the catch. It's Harris. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, the offense trying to hit the dagger route. You see the receiver, he went down the field, stretched it, made it look like it was going to be a go, put his foot in the ground, try to cut to the inside. They're just not able to be on the same page there.
Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Wants to throw again. Makes the grab on the left. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. Here's the handoff. Picks up the first down. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. And the Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Home crowd not going to love it. You got to throw the ball to win this game. They do not like the play call with not a lot of time left in the game.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
The Huskies started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, honestly. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Snags it! Touchdown, Husky! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
Through, and the lead is a field goal here in the 4th quarter. So it's an 80-yard drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wilson will throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Makes the catch down the right side. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a 1st down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using his legs to buy some time. He throws one to the left. Touchdown, Miami! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
What a great job by the quarterback. He had to be pinpoint accurate on that touchdown pass, giving his offense the lead here with just seconds to go in the game.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Might be calling a hot route. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Going the other way, and he's got room.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them, so now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That will put